Welcome back. We had a short but sweet PvP here. Surprisingly, Parting is not. He's dead. He's died.
Yeah.
He's not here anymore.
I don't think he really properly prepared for the player he's playing against.
We were talking about that on break, actually. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, Parting was doing builds that, they probably beat some of the best Protoss players in the world, but they're not going to work against Trap because Trap is so aggressive, does a lot of all-ins.
Trap has a very, I keep saying it, but a very decisive way of playing, and you have to play a certain way against a player like that.
Trap wants to decide the direction of the game very early on. What Parting needs to be doing is actually defending and scouting, which he didn't do there.
Yeah.
Hate to say it, but Parting did deserve to lose that best of 3.
He certainly did. So Trap goes on. We'll see if he can beat whoever comes out of the other side. I still think it's a long shot, because Rain and jjakji, they're pretty strong, Tasteless.
Now this is going to be a cool match. Rain over here, as we've said time and time again, the textbook Protoss.
Best Protoss in the world. He's so defensive, so strong. We already know exactly what he's going to do. In fact, if he does anything different, that's really weird, because jjakji's kind of aggressive. Like, if he does, like, an Immortal all-in, I'm just going to be like, listen, man, like, really?
We'll see what jjakji's got in store for us here. jjakji has been playing amazingly TDT, but I don't know how well prepared he is for this. This PvT here. There's not a lot of prep time here for jjakji going into this. Rain is a champion. This guy is one of the scariest Protoss players of all time. That jjakji, we always been saying, at least for this season of Code S, he's the forgotten champion.
He is not quite as forgotten as that Zerg. I can't remember. Sniper.
Yes.
So, Sleenock? No, Sniper. Now, he's one of these guys that you don't really think of because he just fell out and disappeared a little bit, but really good, showing a ton of skill this season, making top 8.
And he's back now.
He is.
I believe he was a champion against Luciera, 4-2.
No, he beat Leenock.
Leenock, thank you.
And I believe it was 4-2, yeah.
4-2, yeah. And a lot of people were really caught off guard by that, but he's played very well back then. He did fall off the map, but he's back now. Here is our map lineup. Whirlwind, Yunsu, and Belshir Vestige.
I'm feeling this map lineup is not bad enough for Rain. So, like, if we threw, like, Polar Knight in there, maybe. I feel like Polar Knight is a map that you can do very well against Rain on. But, like, Belshir, especially finishing up on Belshir, that's going to be one of Rain's most comfortable maps.
Well,
jjakji has to win map 1 for sure.
I got to agree. That could be a map he would be able to pull it off on.
Possibly. If he gets the right spots and stuff, he can make some magic happen in PvP on that map. But we'll see. You never know exactly how a player is going to play on a given day.
I'm again going to say I think Rain probably going to 2-0 this. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Or 2-1, but I was already wrong about Party.
Well, StarCraft 2 is a volatile game. Now, Rain, he really wants this so badly. Unbelievably badly. If he makes top 8 at Season 3 Finals, 100% goes to BlizzCon. He needs a little bit more of a push in WCS.
Everything's on the line right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, our map has loaded up. Both these players champions. One new school here, Rain, against the old school champion, jjakji. Only one will move on to our final best of 5 here at GOMTV.net. In the upper right, with conservative orthodox play, he is
SK Telecom T1 Rain.
And up here in the upper left, the forgotten champion, he is
My Insanity jjakji.
All right, let's take a look at where we're at, Tasteless, on this map right now, in these spots.
Yep.
This is pretty good for jjakji. The back of Rain's base is exposed, so dropping is going to be a little bit easier. So that's the one thing positionally we can say about this. Now, what builds are these guys going to actually end up opening with? Is jjakji going CC first?
It wouldn't be a bad idea to do on this map.
He is, and
out of all the CC first maps, this is the one.
And it looks like Rain is actually going to scout in the wrong direction, so as good an opening as jjakji can get.
Yep, jjakji with a little bit of a lead based off the chance here. that Rain did not scout in the right direction. This map is so big, and it's 4 players, so by the time Rain does get there, he will not be enough time for him to make the proper adjustments to punish JjakJi for this greedy opener.
And the thing is, Rain doesn't normally try to punish people. Every now and then he'll mix it in. But he's doing a very nice build here, Tasteless. The gateway into expansion. It's like a mixture. It's not quite Nexus first. It's not quite as risky as that. But it's still very economical. It's one of my favorite builds for this map for sure.
And we have JjakJi just throwing up the 2 barracks here. This is very standard, and I do like Rain's build a lot. Yeah, it's not quite as greedy as Nexus first, but you're still getting that expansion up right away.
Oh, it's a very solid opener.
Rain has still not actually found JjakJi yet. He's going to come up this ramp here, and he'll end up getting confirmation that in fact JjakJi is in the upper left. But by the time he does get over there, he's going to find out that JjakJi has the slightest lead here. Yeah. Luckily, Rain did not go for some very simple 1 base build that wouldn't allow for a proper all-in. Like if he, let's say, got the gateway and then the core up, and then later on got the Nexus up.
Or then he'd just be feeling bad about himself.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to tell us a lot about JjakJi. Is he about to add a 3rd Rax? Okay, he's actually going to go into 2 gases immediately. Okay, this isn't bad. Like, if he added the 3rd Rax, that's where I start to get sad for him. But he's all right. Rain sees the quick command center, but let's talk about the 2 gases versus adding the 3rd Rax. Like, the 3rd Rax is as standard as you can get. It's going to give you enough Marines that you're going to hold all sorts of attacks that are going to be able to come. But he's skipping that. Like, either getting, after the 2 Rax, a command center, or getting the gases is going to be a better choice against Rain. Like, you have to be greedy in certain ways. Like, tech up quicker. That can be a situation where that could pay off. Or just get quicker additional command centers. And he's choosing to grab the eBay and an add-on of each. So it looks like we're probably just going to have a pretty quick aggression from him with stim and +1 and all that.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Might try to just get that Nexus cannon triggered, anything like that he can do early on here. Now, JjakJi does get the late scout here, but he's going to get all the intel he needs. By the way, no real tech pattern revealed yet for Rain. So we're just kind of have to wait. I think he'll probably throw up some more gates and a robo here. There's a robo now.
We'll see if he throws up the gates or goes for the forge. He mixes both those in quite a bit based upon what his opponent's doing.
And both are pretty safe.
Yeah, he's pretty darn safe overall. This game he is playing reasonably greedy. He's still on the 1 gate. He's really skimping on stalkers. He's getting more sentries instead. And he's adding those 2 gases really early, which tells us it's going to be most likely a Blink Colossus play.
All right, well, Rain just going to be rallied up here at the entrance of his ramp. The stim is about halfway done, and that will allow the Marines to start to move out here. And he'll apply a little bit of pressure here on the Protoss. It looks like he's just checking for any proxy pylons up here.
Yeah, gotta be safe about that. This is a rather quick Twilight. This Twilight points towards it not being Blink Colossus, but instead maybe like
DTs?
It could possibly be, yeah. It could be really quick. Yeah, it could be like a Charge Lot Archon. It could be really quick Storm or something like that. We'll have to see exactly which build he's going to go for. Kind of interesting if he's going to skip out on Colossus today. It's definitely a style that he uses most of the time.
Oh, nice. Gunning down that Observer.
More Observers on the way. Not a big army here. There's a good chance he's going to be able to trigger that Nexus Cannon. I think right now JjakJi's playing kind of safe. He knows that if he loses a bunch of these units, like if a couple good force fields go down, that would be devastating.
Get a lot of trouble, yeah.
Like with only 2 Raxes, he's not going to be able to get on any aggression. So 4 gates being added right now, as well as that Templar Archives. A different kind of build coming out of Rain from what he normally does, but a very powerful one.
And JjakJi's just returning home here. And so far, Rain, yeah, he's powering pretty hard here. And this does lend itself, to the charge lot opening. And I think JjakJi's just going to have to sit back and turtle up. Now, I don't know if he's going to go for as many drops here. He could, when you go for a charge lot like this, drops are actually pretty effective because you're not as likely to just get your medevac sniped.
Yeah, they both have their ups and downs, right? Like
Yeah.
the Colossus, I would say, is a little bit more stable in the early game, but once you get a pretty good economy going, you have Templars all over, some feedbacks can help out, some Storms. Of course, Charge Lots are going to be strong for warping in defensively as well. So Charge on the way, he is getting his Warp Prism. That Psy Storm, halfway done. Thing is, he has enough to hold on until Psy Storm's done, and that's really the important part. jjakji really being aggressive about scanning for observers.
Yeah, really smart there. There's almost always an observer over your army at that part of the map.
Few Zealots going up into the main. Okay, beautifully done.
Nice block there.
And
he's actually going to dump right on here.
Well, we're going to need a Nexus cannon to go down here for sure. There it is. And he
That's
just
all
gets
he
out.
wanted to do.
Thing is, this bought him all the time he needs. Psy Storm is done. These attacks should not be able to actually accomplish anything. With 2 Psy Storms, I believe he has 2 Eye Templars out, but with 2 Psy Storms, he's just fine.
Now, we have no third command center here or a third Nexus, so these guys are both staying on 2 base and powering hard, which means this can come down to one big attack. Okay, now we have a
really
storm
quick
drop
storm
coming
drop
up here. Yep.
And a quick Storm Drop is actually quite nice against Command Center first. Something we've seen more and more in Korea recently.
All right, did he actually get it off?
He's about to.
Here it is.
And that's
Nicely
a good one.
done.
5
Nicely
kills.
done.
Really nicely done, in fact. Now,
Cute placement. Oh my God! Rain maybe not paying attention here.
yeah, that was a big mistake.
Is there any more Templars up there? Look at this.
He should have. I believe he should have another
How
one.
annoying is
And
that?
we actually got to look at that natural. Okay, he does have a couple Eye Templars. Kind of annoying, though. I think he actually doesn't have the energy for Storm right now. But, you know, that Templar drop was really effective. 5 SCV kills, very nice. He screwed up with those 2 Eye Templars. If he hadn't done that, then he'd be in an even better spot than he is now, but he's still doing fine. Thing is, jjakji immediately threw up a Ghost Academy, so he's going to have Ghosts out any second now.
And it looks like Rain wants to expand over here to the center right. With that, a pickup. It looks like he might be dropping into the main. We do have, by the way, a Warp Prism. And it looks like it's going to be going over towards jjakji's main. Not clear if jjakji has adequate defense for that. And actually, we're going to have what looks like a massive drop here in the main from jjakji. So both these guys are going to be hitting hard at each other's hearts right now.
Yeah, we'll see what this Warp Prism can actually do. That is a massive drop. That's a Doom drop right there, Tasteless. In the meantime, it looks like he doesn't have much at home. This could do a lot of damage as well. A few units are running in, though. Looks like maybe it won't do that much. Now, this drop in the main base of Rain, this is a problem.
Now, there is a very few number of pylons actually powering these gates. And if he's going to get the Nexus instead here, I find this move questionable compared to the other options
Well,
he was given.
you know what? This is a little bit rough, because although Rain did some economical damage, losing a Nexus is pretty rough. There's only 43 SCVs out, and Rain does have that 3rd Nexus on the way, so that helps to heal that a little bit. But I'm kind of liking jjakji's spot here, where he's getting his ghosts out a little bit more. He's hiccuping the economy of his opponent, and you really need your 3-base economy rolling as Protoss to actually be able to do your tech switches out of your Templars into Colossus, to be able to continually upgrade, to get more and more Zealots.
You know, he is doing what I was talking about earlier, really punishing the Zealot charge build here, because the drops are so powerful and effective. And not just with the kiting, but just the fact that the Zealots are not going to get there anywhere near as quickly as they could. Nice storms here, though. Blanket storms picks up. We actually have an attack coming in over here as well.
Pretty well done here as far as defense goes. We'll clean up this drop as well. You know, one thing I do have to hand it to jjakji for is how many times he's actually scanned to take out observers, because these drops keep coming without Rain knowing. Normally Rain has a ring of observers around, but there's only so many observers you can make when you're stuck on 2 bases worth of gas, because you're trying to make High Templars, you're trying to get your upgrades and all that, and he's basically being caught off guard a little bit. He really needs a better ring of observers to spot everything before it comes.
All right, well, we have the Marines and Marauders kind of balling up over here outside of the 3rd. We don't have our preview PC, so I don't know what the probe count is, but I would...
Well, the probe count is in the top right now. 62 to 54.
I'm still not used to that. Yeah, 62 to 54.
We just added that.
Now, also, you got to keep in mind, he's been scanning a lot, so he hasn't dropped a ton of mules here compared to like a normal TDD we would see.
He's scanning more than...
So he's not going to be mining out as quickly either, which is important to note, because the 4th base for Terran is pretty tricky to take.
Well, right now it looks like jjakji going to be hitting this space over here. Oh, that's a really nice snipe, taking out that first one.
Coming up here now. Nice sniping again.
Oh, man, that's
these ghosts are pretty badly bruised, but If he gets that EMP up, I believe he got it off on all those Templars. He did.
Yeah, there's not going to be any storms tonight, Tasteless. And this is a little bit rough.
Now there might not be enough Cross units. I thought there might be just barely enough, but it looks like
just barely not enough.
There's enough medevacs here healing, and that's going to be a GG. Wow, Jokji really giving it to Rain there.
He did. That was really well done. The Doom Drop, really the deciding factor in that game. Rain was doing some nice harassment.
As well as those EMPs and the snipes at the end there to take out the Templars.
That was the finishing moment for sure.
Yeah, the killing blow, if you will.
To get to that spot, some really good moves by Jokji, though. Scanning, killing observers, bringing in drops when Rain didn't expect it. Rain didn't have the type of map awareness that he normally has. You can tell that this is a strategy he doesn't use quite as often as Colossus-based strategies. With a Colossus-based strategy, you will actually just never find a hole in the defense.
We said, Rain had to win, or rather, Jokji had to win on Whirlwind if he was going to win this at all. He did.
Yes. So he definitely has a chance.
Definitely got a shot.
Yeah. Now, obviously, it goes without saying Rain has to win on this map. But the third map is going to be the easiest one for Rain.
Yeah. Ideally, Jokji wants to end it right here.
Well,
can he do it?
For sure.
Can he do it, Artie?
It's possible, but what I want to see out of Rain is his more standard Colossus blink play. I feel like he's better at that. He's a Colossus-type Protoss, and that's fine. There's no shame in that.
Well,
that Colossus is probably a more steady build anyways.
I hope he goes for that, as well. It looks like game number 2 is now loaded up. So let's see if Jokji wins this in an upset. We've already had one upset today, or if Rain begins to come back.